Elijah did a lot for us. We love him.
It's a lot of talk. It's a lot of talk. He fights the fight, but do we walk the walk?
Right now, many still talking about the ongoing feud between President Trump and Congressman Elijah Cummings. President Trump targeting the congressman days after Cummings went on the attack over conditions at the border. Cummings chairs the House Oversight Committee. Last week, he pressed the acting Secretary of Homeland Security about reports of unsanitary living conditions for children living inside migrant holding facilities along the border. Well, over the weekend, the president responding. Representative Elijah Cummings has been a brutal bully, shouting and screaming at the great men and women of Border Patrol about conditions at the southern border. The border is clean, efficient, and well-run, just very crowded. Cummings' district is a disgusting rat and rodent-infested mess. If he spent more time in Baltimore, maybe he could help clean up the very dangerous and filthy place.
Well, happening today, Reverend Al Sharpton and former Lieutenant Governor Michael Steele will address President Trump's recent attack on Cummings and his district. And Rachel Aragon is live overlooking the city this morning with community response and the growing reaction to this Twitter feud. Rachel.
Well, Tom, it's been about 48 hours since the president made those controversial remarks, but still reaction is growing on both sides. Case in point, as you just mentioned, Tom, Michael Steele and Reverend Al Sharpton meeting today to discuss some issues, but also discuss and address the president's remarks. Again, they had this meeting planned well before the president took to Twitter, but now, of course, the attention is shifted towards this Twitter debate. As we discussed, Reverend Al Sharpton will be there, but also, as we've said before, Representative Cummings has been a frequent critic of the president. He has since himself taken to Twitter to defend his district, saying he fights for his constituents year-round. Some residents we spoke to in the district say the president's comments were inappropriate, while others say he has a point.
If he has some issues with him, he needs to take it up with him. I don't think it's right to talk about any particular city the way he did.
It is what it is. Look at this city, man. Elijah Cummings been sitting down in that office for a long time.
And Trump really doubled down and defended his previous comments on Saturday, tweeting yesterday there is nothing racist and stating plainly what most people already know. He goes on to say Cummings has done a terrible job for the people of this district. But again, Reverend Al Sharpton and Michael Steele meeting this morning at 9:30 at the New Shiloh Baptist Church. They will also be discussing housing development and economic activity. Reporting live in Baltimore, Rachel Aragon, Fox 45 Early Edition.
Thank you, Rachel. Following the president's tweets, Mayor Jack Young and City President Brandon Scott quickly denouncing the president's words.
Today we stand united in support of our great city of Baltimore.
We stand ready and willing to work with the president if he wants to go beyond tweets to help us solve some of the issues that are deep and rooted in Baltimore's history.
Well, President Trump is not the only leader to comment on the city's rodent issue. During a walk on a hot day last September in East Baltimore, then Mayor Catherine Pugh noticed the smell and the rodents right near some vacant homes.
What the hell? We should just take all this down. Ooh, you can smell the rats.
Well, these walks were part of the former Mayor Pugh's violence reduction initiative. And, of course, stay with us because we'll have continuing coverage on the feud between President Trump and Congressman Cummings. Coming up in about a half an hour, White House Chief of Staff is coming to the president's defense.